Are you applying for product management jobs but do not get many responses? Well, you are not alone. Many qualified candidates get overlooked because they miss hidden information inside of job descriptions. Hi, my name is Andreas and I can show you how to decode job descriptions so that you get shortlisted and be well prepared to ace the interview. And the best thing, you can take a look over my shoulder and see how I break down statements word by word, focusing on two types of competences. Type 1 competences are the obvious competences. They are really easy to identify because they literally can't be found in the statement. Type 2 competences are more difficult to identify because they are not standing literally in the statement. You have to read between the lines. But if you miss them, you can get easily kicked out of the recruitment funnel. So are you ready to get ahead of other candidates and get the job that you want? Then let's dive in and start reading between the lines. For today's episode, I have selected a statement that I have found in a junior product manager position. And it goes like that. You share the responsibility for the comparison feature in the app with the product owner. This includes the front-end design as well as the associated back-end logic. You will create an appealing design and make decisions based on user data and customer feedback. So let's start with the first part. And in the first part, there are at least two really interesting messages. Because it starts with you share the responsibility with the product owner. And well, sharing the responsibility with the product owner is not really a good idea because there should be one person that is responsible for this comparison feature in the app, and you call it product owner or product manager. It does not really matter, but shared responsibility is really a difficult thing to manage. Now, the next thing is that as they are separating between the product owner and the product manager, they are also very likely working in some kind of scaled product development environment. And probably they are working in SAFe. And we all know how much fun product management in SAFe can be. The next interesting thing is that they are talking about feature. They could also have written that you are responsible for solving problems, but they are talking about the features, the comparison feature that you are going to own. So I think that they are looking for a person that is quite strong in the area of product delivery. So therefore, you need to have strong execution skills. Now, as you are working together with the product owner, you also need to have decision-making skills. These decision-making skills maybe need to be even a little bit better because when it comes, for example, to the roadmap prioritization, it's not the decision of the product manager or the product owner. It's a joint decision that you have to make. And this brings us also to the negotiation skills that you need to have, because usually your negotiation skills have to be already quite good because you are all the time negotiating about things with the leadership team, with your product development team, with stakeholders. But in this setup, you also have to negotiate with the product owner regarding the next important things. And the obvious competence is the mobile app development. So they make it very clear that you are responsible for the comparison feature in the app. Now let's go to the second part. And the second part goes like that. This includes the front-end design as well as the associated back-end logic. And I think there's not so much magic in this statement. There's like the front-end design, which is for me some indication that they are looking for a person that has competences in the area of user experience design. And there's the back-end part, which means that you need to have some kind of technical understanding. So if I read until that point of the statement, I would say they are maybe looking for a person that is has enough back-end or technical understanding that they know that their front-end designs can work with the boundaries of the back-end logic. And now let's move to the last part, and now it's getting really interesting because it starts with you will create an appealing design. And now I'm just asking myself, are you looking for a product manager or are you looking for UX professional? Because if you really take it literally, then they say, we want you to create this production-ready design. But I think they wanted to say that We are looking for a product manager that also knows how to create mock-ups, that also knows how to collaborate with the UX team to create appealing designs. That's the reason why you also need to have strong competences in the area of visual product design. And then it continues with make decisions based on user data and customer feedback. They make it obvious that you also need to have these decision-making competences, and even tell you that they are looking for the kind of person that is not only making decisions based on their gut feeling, but you should consider this user data and customer feedback. So the overall competence would be the data literacy, where you really have to have a solid understanding from. And when it now comes to present these decisions, you also need to have strong communication skills and also strong presentation skills. And there is also one underlying competence. In order to realize everything that they are asking you in the statement to do, you really need to have good skills in the area of requirements management and needs identification. So you might ask yourself, where are these competences coming from? And they are coming from a tool that I have created with the name the Job Leveling Matrix. And in the Job Leveling Matrix, I have collected all the relevant competences that employers are looking for in product managers and product owners. And I even broke down the salary increase that you can expect if you learn one competence. If this sounds interesting, then please visit my website. You will find further information on smartproductpeople.com. And last but not least, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It's the best way to avoid missing future episodes. And if you like this episode, consider sharing it. You probably will help somebody else tremendously. And one last thing, maybe maybe it's not the ATS system that is kicking you out of the recruitment funnel. Maybe it's also not the bad hiring manager, and maybe it's also not the bad recruiter. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your capabilities to, maybe it's your communication skills. With that, see you the next time.